Last year at Christmas time, we introduced many of you to Luann Kaldor, who had just published her children's book, Angels on My Tree. It's an autobiographical story of a young girl's first Christmas after her dad passes away. It is an uplifting book with a call to action, encouraging children and adults to perform acts of kindness. This year, the acts of kindness encouraged by the book have grown exponentially. Actress Barbara Feldon fell in love with the book and offered to record a reading of it. After the reading, Barbara sat down with Luann and the book's illustrator Gendron to talk about the book's intent and impact.
There's something about the book that would appeal to everyone, I think. Everyone has some kind of emotional connection with Christmas. And the book is about getting back to the original idea of Christmas, of doing acts of kindness. And it's not cloying. It's not like you're teaching some little kids, this is what you should do, you know. This is something for everyone. This is for grown-ups, don't you think, Luann?
I think so.
Was that what you had in mind?
We were hoping that it would become, that our family tradition would become the reader's family tradition as well, that they would like the idea of doing these acts of kindness for other people, and also, you know, get the whole family involved, not just children, but that parents would be involved and communities would be involved, and it would change the way everybody thinks about Christmas.
Yeah, and the illustrations that Eve did are just so poignant. They're so simple and so poignant, and that's the thing I think about the book in general, that works. And this is true of anything, I do believe, any art. Simplicity is the purity of the intention. And it's not trying to impress, it's just being inside that experience. How do you, I mean, you read the whole book first, right? How do you work as an illustrator that way?
We sort of actually collaborated on the idea of the illustrations as well, because Luann had certain ideas about how the book would look and feel right from the very beginning. That was sort of part of the story from the very start, was the way that the book would look, not just the words. And so we talked about, for example, the fact that in the beginning of the book there's a lot of sadness, and that they would become lighter and healed sort of as the book progresses, and the book becomes more colorful and more lively visually as that happens to the characters within the book. So the illustrations follow that theme.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. It's almost like a little piece of music that starts out with a slow movement and then increases. And what's been the reaction to the book?
I'm stunned at every corner by the positive response. You know, we would get a great review from Publishers Weekly. Cardinal Dolan, the Archbishop of New York, endorsed the book this year,
wow.
And it's going to be for sale at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Yeah.
So it's just, school teachers keep telling us that it's just the message that they want for kids to hear. That, you know, encouraging children to go out and to do good deeds for other people. And school social workers have used the book with children who are facing a first Christmas without a loved one.
I think people are actually really looking for traditions that mean something and that are about kindness and about helping, and less about, you know, sort of what's under the tree.
I think you're right. And when you said things that mean something, I think that we're looking for meaning. And this couldn't be more simple and more beautiful and heart-touching than this lovely book.
Well, thank you. I had no idea it was so beautiful until I just heard you read it.
Oh. Well, it was my pleasure. It really was.
Thank you.
I feel honored.
The next video on this post is Barbara Feldon's reading of Angels on My Tree. I hope it brings you just a little closer to that Christmas spirit of peace and kindness.